Welcome back to my farming adventure in The Farmer Was Replaced. Last time we got some stuff done. I can show you. We are now able to actually farm carrots. We're producing our grass and wood in the right amounts to them, and that's a fail. How did that happen? Let's see. We're tilting the ground. And we're done. Well, that's a fail. Let's start debugging right away. What's actually happening here? We will plant carrot, but we need seeds first. So let's see. I think that's how it works. Carrots, and this should work. Oh, so we don't have wood. Till and then harvest, and before we plant. Oh, it's just doing a flip. It's not planting carrots. So... if we don't have any wood, which is the case right now, I'm just gonna be like, hey, we would have enough wood. So let's farm some wood. We have some script for that. Let's farm some wood just to get the ball rolling again. And I think if we do that and stop that now and clear the thing, we should be able to actually farm carrots. That's what I want to say. We're now able to farm carrots in an automatic manner. Thing is, this isn't really flexible. So let's see what we could unlock to make this easier. What I think would be really useful is variables. This would mean that we can... I just unlocked it. Whoops. This means that we can now assign values to a variable and use it instead of a fixed amount, and we don't have to change the amount like 10 times in every script, so that we can just change the variable, which is a really great thing. We will use that in a second. We can also start using lists, which we're not doing right now, and functions. I think functions would be really great too, so I think we're just gonna farm 80 carrots. I think this is really a nice thing to unlock. We should probably also expand and speed up our drone some more later. The goal for today is to write an universal script, like one script that's doing all the farming, and we can set certain amounts we want with variables, which is then the drone automatically decides which thing we're gonna farm, which is much more advanced than having to stop it and then put we want to farm grass, which we don't want to do. Yeah. Let's see. Let's clear this and farm some more carrots. Even though we have already enough, so let's unlock the functions. So we can now define a function with a name. Here the name is f. We can use parameters actually, which is really, really nice. I think that's it. I think I know a little programming, so I'm gonna skip that. Yeah, so if A is false, and then what is that? Default arguments. You can also send default values that will be used if no arguments are passed. Oh, okay, so if we're not using this, it's just gonna use false. Yeah, that's the usual thing. I just had a brain lag. I'm not gonna use this, I think. Yeah. Here, with brackets calls the function, which returns a new function d, and the second brackets then executes the return function and performs a flip. So we have a function inside a function. We can return d, and if we call this, it will also do the inside. I don't really know for what this could be used. So I'm probably not gonna use them. And as you can see, we've farmed quite a lot of carrots, which is really nice. Import things from other files. This could be really cool too. Oh, it uses pumpkins, so we would need to unlock these first. Same with utilities min-max. I think ABS is absolute and random functions, which are really cool, but not really necessary for us right now. Lists could be cool for some advanced stuff. Probably pumpkin farming. I'm not sure though. Watering, we will unlock that soon too. Trees. Yeah, let's just start by expanding the farm firstly. Yeah, let's expand it. We can't expand it further and make our thing faster. Or we can even increase it once more. No, we can't right now, but we can yield of grass. We can upgrade that a little. Speed. Yeah, for speed, what do we need for more speed? We need more wood. So let's farm wood. And as you can see, we built our code so that it's actually using all four rows, like all 16 tiles. Not sure though if the farm carrots actually works. Let's wait for a second. Now we can upgrade some more. And let's go back to farm. Now we're going really fast. Let's see how carrots, like it's actually, that is working like that. This one is actually using the carrots. But then the problem is like the third one, because we find like the first one is actually the wood and stuff. So it's like scrambling up all the rows. This one, the vertical rows here. So this is kinda broken. So we're gonna stop it. For now, we're just gonna farm some grass to, and as you can see, it's getting really fast. We can also unlock some grass upgrades here, but I'm not gonna bothering about that. Let's see if we can actually put the audio a little back. It's not as effective. Let's just go back a little with that. Well, it just has to be. Ding, 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 ding. Okay, let's see if we can make a new script. We do have functions, we do have variables, and we also unlocked senses last time, which is quite nice. So we can firstly read how many items we have with num items, and we can get the type of the ground, and we can, depending on that, till it or like untill it, because till is like a switch. So it can be tilt ground or not tilt ground. So let's try and build a function let's upgrade this just for fun. Now it's probably really fast. Yeah, it's getting up like crazy. 350, 400, crazy. Okay, that works. This one we will keep that. This and this we will also keep, because also the wood is still working, because we did it with get word size. This one we can move out of the way. We won't need that for a while. Let's see. For our thing, I'm gonna keep those, but we're not gonna use these, I think. Let's do a fresh start. We have a reset, we have our main, and I'm gonna build a new one with functions. Oh, we can't yet import from other files, so this is not gonna work. So let's delete that for a while until we have that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna try and define which one. Let's delete it actually. Is this doing anything? Yeah, it's just tilling everything. Everything once even. So let's define some caps for our resources. We don't want too much of grass, we don't want too much of anything really. So we want to do a grass cap and define this as maybe let's do 1000 to begin with. And then we want to do wood cap, and this we're gonna put to like 200, and we're gonna do carrot cap, and we're gonna put it to, let's see, 100. And we want to build it so that it's producing this, and if it's finished it's just gonna farm grass some more. We can also then add some other things. Let's also see, like there are seeds, like we can buy seeds for the carrots, and I think we can do it in multiple. We can, or it's like using those, but I'm not sure. Maybe it's just, maybe I'm also like behind time. Maybe there was an update that got rid of it. So yeah, let's just see. We want to start with while true, because this is actually just gonna be all the time, because like we want to have this run forever, even though if all of this we're gonna just put that it farms grass. So let's maybe get some of that back, just so we can like look at it while programming the rest, because it's kind of the same. For I in range of get world size, we want to test if we can harvest, and if we can, we want to harvest, and then we want to move north, and we want to move east if we're done with that, and we want to do that indefinitely. Like we want to do that all the time, and it's just going through all of it. Now, after we harvest, now we're gonna try and read our storage to see if we need some more. So let's see census with num items, and get entity type, we can try to do this. So I'm gonna put this here. So if num items of grass items grass how is that, or what is it? Items, it's a dot. Hay, if the hay is smaller than our grass cap, then we want to see if the ground type is tilled. If get entity type, let's see, so if get entity type, no, get ground type is, let's see, ground dot soil. If it's soil, we don't need soil. So for grass, for hay, like we can do till, and then we want to plant grass. How did that work? Is this even working still? No, this is not working anymore. We can delete it. And then we wanna, was it plant? I think the function was plant. Grass. Let's see. Not that. It was it grass? Where was it explained? No, this is just speed. Why am I stuck like that? Oh, it is. We need the entities. Entities dot grass. Let's see, like that. Now it's doing that. And then we want to move north. Aleph, number of items. And then we want to do wood. Items dot wood. If this is smaller than our wood cap, like that, then we want to check if get ground type is ground.soil, and if it is, we want to till it, and we want to plant entities dot bush. Aleph, num items of carrot, items dot carrot, items dot carrot is smaller than our carrot cap, then we wanna, if get ground type, if this is grounds dot grassland, we need to till it so we can plant entities dot carrot, and that's how it works. If everything is fulfilled, else we wanna get the ground type again, and if it's soil, till it, and we wanna plant entities.grass like that, and then we want to move north. Let's see if that works. Oh, we need this probably. Let's reset also. Let's reset this. We can delete this. We can delete this. We don't need those anymore. Reset. And if we run this now, we should farm until we get 1000 grass. And then we should start farming 200 wood. And then start farming 100 carrots. So let's see. We're at 800 already. It's working so far. Let's see. And if you cannot harvest, else, do a flip, and then no. Let's see. While we need a while, not while. Let's see. How can we? If can harvest, yeah. Let's run this. My idea was, now you can see we have more than 1k of hay, so it's going for wood. Now the thing is, we have to check if it's actually if it can harvest. We're doing that, but if it's not able to harvest yet, we want to do a flip and wait. So while, let's see, let's stop this, reset. While can harvest, I think it's like this, right? Let's see, variables. No, it's not variables, it's operators. Yeah, exactly. While it's not true, do a flip, and then do a flip, and then harvest like this. And then we want to plant. We will be able to write functions for this. So let's for now do a flip with the function name. Let's see. As we still don't have 200 wood, it's actually planting wood, which is really great. Let's see. And as we're planting carrots, we're gonna use the wood and grass, so it's gonna mix the field, but it's gonna look that we're trying to get those values. And it's not gonna happen that like wood or grass is gonna run out. As you can see, it drops below, like the wood is gonna drop below 200, and it's gonna plant wood again. And as you can see, it's not quite yet ready to harvest, so it's just doing a flip there for the carrots. And that works beautifully. So let's see what we can unlock. We can actually go for a speed upgrade soon. We have to up the cap though. So let's go for 1000 grass, 500 wood, and 200 carrots. We also can unlock some more grass yield. For that we have to up the grass cap. I'm gonna do that. And now we're kind of strange from the positioning, so let's try it like that. This works really nicely. Now I tried to do this function. I know it doesn't work yet, but I still wanna try to define a function which is gonna put us, which is gonna like see what do we want to plant, and depending on that we're gonna till the ground or do not till the ground. So all of those if statements here and here, we can replace that with a single function. So let's define check till, and inside here we want to have, do we want to have something in here? Yeah, we probably want. We want to have the crop, and crop, how do we do that? If crop is the same as item, no. How can we do that even? Like, maybe that's not a good idea. We're probably gonna write more code than if we're just doing it with one thing. Let's see. For now, it's good enough. we're still seeing which is what is what. I wanna maybe make a comment here. Check if we can harvest. We're doing that here, and then we're gonna do if maybe not if we can harvest, if the crop is already fully grown, and then we're doing harvest here, and see, and here we're planting new crop dependent on storage. That's what we're doing here. And then here we're moving to next line. Just gonna call it line. Let's see. I'm also gonna call this main loop. And this should work beautifully. Let's reset that. So as you can see, we have reached our grass cap of 2000, and we're farming wood again. And wood got full to 500, so we're farming carrots. This really works great, and sometimes it's not grown yet, so it doesn't flip. We will maybe be able to leave that out soon, but see. Let's see what we can unlock. Watering. Water the plants to make them grow faster. Let's see how that goes. Let's put that here and let this thing run in the background. Plants grow faster when they are watered. The ground has a watering range from 0 to 1. The function getWater returns the water level of the ground it is over. The growth speed of plant scales linearly from one speed at water level 0 to 5x at water level 1. The ground dries up over time. On average, it loses 1% of its current water per second, but there is some random variance to this. Maintaining a high water level will consume much more water than maintaining a low water level. You can use water tanks to water your plants. One water tank is automatically added to your inventory every 10 seconds. Upgrading unlocks watering will give you an additional water tank every 10 seconds. A tank holds 0.25 water. Call use items water over any ground to water the ground. Okay. So maybe we wanna try and do that. I'm gonna keep this open here. Let's do it like that somehow. That works. Let's see. Let's move all of this out of the way. Let's see. So, if before we plant, we could also do it later, but like then we'll do watering here. If get water, hello, get water is below 0.6. Let's try 0.6, or we could also add another variable, and that is watering level, and I'm just gonna put it to 0.2, and I'm gonna make a comment from 0 to 1 and 1, yeah, just so we know that we can't put it to like 2. And we're gonna do here watering level. So if it's below 0.2, then we wanna use items dot water. Items dot water. Let's see if that works. Yeah, as you can see, it's watering quite a lot. So let's clear this and run the thing. And as you can see, our water is getting used up quite fast. Let's also up the caps a little. So let's do maybe 5,000 grass, 2,000 wood, and 400 or 500 carrots for now. Let's also try to, before we start the run, we're also clearing. So we also clear first and then start farming again. As you can see, we don't have enough water, so maybe we wanna do water level 0.1, so we're not using all of that. We also have fertilizer, so let's see, we cannot unlock that, but there was, oh, so we can upgrade it for 60 wood. Let's maybe upgrade this a few times. We can also definitely upgrade this, and we can also upgrade speed. Let's see how our farm looks now. Yeah, it's going much faster, and maybe 5k is a little too much. Maybe do 2.5k and 1.5k. 1.5. Let's see. Okay, that works. Now, I think we have to wait a little until we have some things started. But as you can see, water is getting filled up quite fast. So we could water a little faster. Like we could use a little more. So maybe let's do 0.2. Like try to get 0.2 water level. This seems to be stable, at least. We maybe can even up it a little more. And like our grass is going really fast. 1.7k, 1.8k here, 1.9k. And as it reaches 2,500, we're gonna farm wood and then carrots. This works great. I think I'm gonna stop the recording here. Thanks for watching. So this is a universal code. It can farm everything we need. dependent on our storage, and it also adds watering to the system. Next time we're gonna maybe try some new crops and put some functions in this, as we unlocked them but not really used them. But this is one universal code, and I think this is really great, and I hope you liked the video. So leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more, and see you next time.